Now everyone is scared of baguettes. Every single person in the world is scared of baguettes. Even bakers. For instance, bakers I've seen do weird ass things to an actual dough like this. But this is a baguette dough, right? Now there's so many techniques, and the way I look at it, I look at it very simply. I just fold the dough over right like this. Right? Fold it over itself, right? And I turn it around. Now fold that over itself again, right? And then it becomes one, right? So you look at it and you go, wow, that's stupid. But you don't want to get rid of that seam, right? So you want that seam there. You do want the points. Do you need flour? Probably not. But this method, right, what I'm using right now, is that I'm using the same method what I used before in my other bake. What I'm using is, I'm using the same seam that I just created. Where I'm using it, and I'm using it, I'm using it, and I'm using it, and I'm using it. I'm not actually putting pressure on the dough. I'm putting pressure on the seam. I'm not putting pressure on the actual dough. That's what I want you to understand. I'm actually putting pressure on the actual seam, right? Right in the middle, right? And then you see, now have a look, have a really good look. You can see the air bubbles here, right? Don't think that that's bad, because at the end of the day, when I get that through the mix, then it becomes something. Now you see this and you go, wow, is that a baguette? No, it's not a baguette yet, right? It's not a baguette yet, but it's seamed. And it's seamed right. So you use your hands like this, and then you go like this. And then you roll it out nice and neat. And then you make these little weird ass these little last points. Sorry, there's a little bit of flour there, but it just stopped it from sticking. So that should be a point. But I can't muck around with it anymore. But what I'll do, I'll tip that upside down. And if you can actually see, and I want everyone to see this. There's a straight line just here, exactly. Right? There's no bullshit with what I'm trying to say my method is. My method is sound. Right? So yeah, I put that on there so I can slide it in the oven tomorrow morning. Okay? That's the only reason I put that on there. Right? So I shouldn't actually use flour next time. Right? So no flour. This time no flour. So we're just folding it over my own finger. Like that. And then we turn it around. Very simple. And then we bring this back over itself. Right, as much as we can. Okay? For all the bakers out there. Now, that's your seam. Look at it. That's your seam. That's your seam now. So when you go like that, right? When you push it in, let me get a little bit of flour just so I don't look like an idiot. But when you push that down, right? When you push that down, like that, right? You see it, and then you push it and push it and push it. And what happens is, look, there's the same, just there. Perfect, right? Absolutely perfect. Now to get, because I didn't lose any air in that dough, right? I didn't do anything to it. So to actually do this, this is easy, man. Like, I'm not actually doing anything to it. Trust me, I'm literally treating it like a baby, man. Now, when you look at it again, the seam is there, perfectly to see, right? And then I put that back, right? And if you really want to know, like back in the day, like seriously, I used to do a lot of other stuff. Like, how do you think I learned all this stuff? But back in the day, like, I'm using whatever utensils I could possibly use to be able to do this. Like, you as a backyard baker, You can do whatever you want. But I'm just giving you a technique that you can use as a baker to use this, right? And I don't want you to, I'm not losing any air, I'm not doing anything to it. I just want you to understand that, bro. I'm not doing anything to it. Look at it. Look at the dough. You can see, if you cannot see that I didn't lose any air in that dough. I touched it like a baby. But now, look, you see these air bubbles? Just here? 1, 2, 3. There's 3 air bubbles, watch them. They're going in the dough, right? Then you got the seam, right? So you got the seam there, and then you go again. Now look at that, look at that. Now you see the air bubbles again, now go again. Go again, go again, and go again. I didn't lose the air bubbles. You can see the air bubbles in the dough. Look, have a look, have a real good look. Can you see the air bubbles in the dough, right? I'll never lose them, right? Because if you look over, right, look at that. It's not really good because it didn't finish. If I go back and then finish it, and then finish it off, then it becomes one. Well, now you look. Now you look at that, right? It's exactly the same line. Same line exactly. Like everything else I ever did, I'll never teach you how to do craft bread. If you guys want to learn how to do bread, I'll teach you everything. So what we're going to do right now, we're going to get, let's use this one. Just